Hey there, this is Eric Hollingsworth. I am a two-star Diamond Beachbody coach, and I want to welcome you to our presentation. Now, before we get started, I have to admit something. I really wanted to impress you by having everything set up in my living room. This is perfect lighting. The sound is a lot better in there, and it's just a more relaxing environment. I was having some Wi-Fi problems, so welcome to Eric's workout dungeon. Gotta love that background, right? You know, sometimes you just have to roll with the punches and just make it work. So that's exactly what we're going to do. Let's go ahead and jump into the presentation. I'm going to hit the share screen button, and we are live and we are doing it. Okay. Once again, welcome to the Team Beachbody Coach presentation. This is the Coach Opportunity presentation. This will be part one of two. Now, in part one, what we're going to do is we're going to kind of place you into my shoes as a Beachbody coach. I want you to have an authentic perspective of, you know, my experience as a coach during my first 6 years. Then we're going to talk about Team Beachbody. Exactly what is this organization about? What is the history of the company? What does it have to offer? And hopefully, I can give you a flavor of the culture of the company. And number three, the one thing that I really want you guys to take note of are the photos in this presentation. These are not stock photos. These are photos that represent my experience, my friends, these people that I know, just the different places I've gone, the different experiences, just family, okay? So when you look at the photos, what I would love for you to do is this. Look at the photo on the bottom left. See that? I want you to say, wow, you know, can you see yourself in that photo with me and Rob? I think we were at the Disney Epcot Center that was paid for by Beachbody, by the way, for a Success Club conference. Can you see yourself, look on the far right on the bottom, can you see yourself as my friend Angela, who met with her favorite trainer, that's Autumn Calabrese, who is one of the featured trainers of Beachbody. And look in the upper right-hand corner. I'm not sure if my face is blocking that picture, but if it is, trust me, behind my mug are two beautiful women. It's Carla and Susan. Can you picture yourself in their position where they are being recognized in front of 25,000 coaches? Amazing. And then once again, all of these photos are just, they remind me of just some of the amazing experiences that I had as a Beachbody coach. All right, let's dive right into it. Let's talk about me. I want you to have a better understanding of who I am. So Eric the dancer. The reason why I chose this photo is, I mean, these are some of the top coaches of our team. This was from a trip to Cancun last year with some of the leaders. These aren't all of the major leaders. These are some of the leaders on our team. Take special attention to my friend Angela. She is the young lady in the yellow dress. Everything started with just Angela and myself. She's an old acquaintance of mine in high school. We reconnected on Facebook about 6 years ago. We both quickly realized that we shared a passion for fitness and helping other people. And we started, we started our team. And from the two of us, we were able to grow this business to up to 600 people. And we'll explain to you later how easy that can happen when you have a passion for what you do. And another role that I play the role of a father. And then with Beachbody, it was such an amazing experience for my daughter to see her father take a chance and quit his job. I fired my boss. It was risky. And she saw the ups and the downs and the moments of uncertainty. She witnessed the growth of our business from 2 coaches to over 1,600. She's been on trips with mommy and daddy all over the United States and abroad. Now she's helping me with the team. Matter of fact, just 2 days ago, she gave a presentation to my entire team on how to utilize Snapchat to grow your Team Beachbody business. So it's been an invaluable experience for her. And then this is me, just showing you just what it means to be a product of the product. I gave it everything that I had, that black and white picture there. I was feeling very low at that time. I had a low self-esteem. I had tons of debt. I didn't really have a purpose in life other than to get up, go to work, come home, and just suffer. I suffered at work. I came home. I was just dealing with bills. I wasn't the owner of my time, and it was just a very challenging and difficult moment in my life. Beachbody offered me those first steps to kind of branch out and start to regain control of my life. And this is me as a husband. This is me with my lovely wife. We are in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. This was, I think, the day that we boarded a cruise ship. Once again, an all-inclusive paid trip, courtesy of Beachbody. That year, this was 2 years ago, we went to Cozumel, Mexico, and the Grand Cayman Islands. And you would think that this is a travel company, but no, they just love to reward their Beachbody coaches. The reason why I want to show you this is that as the man of the house, as a husband, as a father, as a leader, it felt horrible that, I wasn't able to take my family out on vacation. I wasn't able to, just release myself from the debt. We were just drowning in our ears over debt. We couldn't just say, hey, you know what? Let's take a trip to Myrtle Beach this week. We couldn't do those things on a whim because we didn't have any money. We were bringing in money, but we were just up to our ears in debt. Beachbody, once again, allowed us the opportunity to pay off those bills, to regain control over our finances, to start taking those trips, to pay off, like I said, totally become debt-free. Those are the types of things that I've always wanted with my family, and thank goodness I took those first initial steps to make it happen, courtesy of Beachbody. Now, this is my good friend, Craig, and we're in the middle of the Virginia forest, and you're thinking, okay, Eric, what in the heck does that have to do with Beachbody coaching? Actually, everything. With Beachbody coaching, yeah, you've got, you get in shape and you've got the finances and whatnot, but the awesome thing is that you become the master and owner of your time. Many of you who know me know that it's nothing but a thing for Eric to say, oh, I'm off, I'm going camping on a Wednesday, and I'll come back on that Sunday. Now, trust me, I know what it means to put in hard work, and then I do. I work my business, and I'm very diligent about that, but I am the master of my own time. I don't need to gain permission from some boss above me to tell me when and where I can go on vacation. I have the ability to do that. And it's not just me. This isn't just the Eric show. Many members of my team have experienced that freedom as well. All right, and then this is me just doing what I love to do. I love being around smiling, happy people. These are my neighbors, these smiling faces of these lovely ladies. These are, like I said, the neighbors, my surrounding neighbors. Every Tuesday, we hold a fitness boot camp. And no, I'm not a fitness guru. No, I'm not a nutrition expert. All I do is I go into we have a community pool house. I pop in the DVD and they show up and they work out with me and we all have an awesome time. So it's just about building that community. It's about allowing people to see what you're passionate about and lighting a passion within them. That's what it's all about. And this is awesome. This right here, I am cancer-free, guys. This time last year, I was told that I was diagnosed with cancer. Just because I'm a Beachbody coach doesn't mean I'm running off into the sunset and life is just not going to happen. Crap happens, guys. It's going to happen. But here's the wonderful thing about my Beachbody experience. Because I was able to really focus on my nutrition, I was focusing on my fitness, I was focusing on my spiritual health and my emotional and mental health. This allowed me to place myself in a position to fight back and kick cancer in the ass. Can I say ass during a presentation? I think I just did, right? I think it's okay when there's cancer in the same sentence. So I was able to kick cancer's ass because I was in that position of strength, okay? And well, we'll talk more about that particular chapter of my journey a little bit later. All right, another thing that's awesome is that this has opened up many passions that I never even knew existed. Along with camping, I found a passion for cooking. I knew nothing about nutrition. I knew nothing about cooking or eating well. I always thought that eating clean meant eating, nuts and twigs. I did not know until I was exposed to Beachbody, and I've seen so many wonderful recipes and meal plans and nutrition guides to kind of really help expose me to all of the wonderful, healthy, and good tasting foods out there. And no, that is not a stock photo. That is from yours truly. That is a salmon salad, salmon, spinach, and tomato salad with a homemade oregano dressing vinaigrette. But we won't belabor over that right now. I can do a whole presentation just on my love of eating. All right, now let's talk about Team Beachbody. So before Team Beachbody, there was Beachbody. And Beachbody, they started off as a infomercial company. All right, so you've seen it. If you have cable or satellite, you've seen the commercials on your TV late at night. Well, they were very good at what they did. They actually ascended to the #2 company with regard to that. Power 90, P90X, Turbo Gym, those quickly became household names, and they started to create people that had stories, who had results. And in 2007, Beachbody thought, okay, you know what, maybe we can create ambassadors. We can call these guys coaches, and then they can demonstrate what being a product of the product is and help other people find similar success. Well, as a result of that, Beachbody exploded. Oh my gosh, and we have so many different types of programs that are out there right now, from high intense cardio to totally non-invasive Tai Chi. We've got yoga. We've got if you're a gym junkie, we've got Body Beast. We've got martial arts combat. We've got it all, guys. The wonderful thing about this is that as a coach, you are given the opportunities to become a consultant. Okay, that's the wonderful thing about what we do. And let me say this now, because you guys are probably wondering, no, you do not. There is no requirement, and I don't even know a coach who does this now. You do not have to go to your neighbor's house and host home parties. No, this isn't that kind of party, man. We don't do that. This is all about owning where you are in your life, taking those first steps to become the best version of yourself, and inviting other people along for the ride, inviting other people to find a particular program that's going to be best for them so that they can become the best versions of themselves. See, the wonderful thing about what I do and what our team does is that it's not about pushing products. I'm not a shake pusher. I'm not a P90X pusher. It's all about providing solutions. So when someone comes to me and says, wow, Eric, I see what you're doing. That's awesome. Tell me more about it. Then, the first thing out of my mouth is like, okay, well, you tell me, where are you right now in your fitness journey? Are you in shape right now? Are you training for something? Or are you at the beginning of your fitness journey? What type of fitness programs do you like? There's a conversation that we have that helps me understand where they are and where they want to be, and then I can come up with a comprehensive solution to help them achieve their specific goals. We're talking about getting them hooked up with the proper fitness, the proper nutrition regimen that's best for them, including our supplements. Peer support will place them in a private challenge group that comprises of people just like themselves who are faced with very similar challenges. And in these peer groups, what happens is that you start to see people encouraging one another. You start to see people sharing inspirational posts. They're helping one another. What's happening is that you're creating family. People working together to help one another and to help lift each other up. That, my friend, is the secret sauce of Beachbody. It's people like you, positive people just like you, who are committed to not only helping themselves, but then also encouraging others along the way. And you also have rewards. I mean, they give monetary rewards for people at all levels of fitness who are achieving results. Every week, they give out different prizes and whatnot. So it's just encouragement along the way. So let's talk about, let's take a brief moment to really kind of think about what this has done. So you've got amazing products. You have an amazing support peer group. You have this group of individuals that are committed to reaching out to help other people. And when you have that combination, what happens? Growth happens, guys. When I started in Team Beachbody, I was pretty proud of the fact that I'm like, hey, this company I'm working with, they made a little over $100 million in 1 year. I thought that was pretty impressive. Well, between the time that I started and now, they're $1 billion company now, $1 billion brand, 54% growth year over year. So graphs are nice and they're pretty and they're impressive, but what does that look like? What does a $1 billion company look like? Let's take a look. There, my friends, what you're looking at is a shot of 25,000 coaches that have ascended upon downtown Nashville last year to work out with their favorite celebrity fitness trainers such as Shaun T, Tony Horton, Chalene Johnson, Autumn Calabrese. And it was an amazing time. If you get your magnifying glass out, you may be able to see myself, my family, and my amazing group of coaches working out there as well. I think we need to get neon shirts so we can stand out. Another cool statistic, 1.5 million people were helped last year. It's an amazing feeling to know that you're part of the solution, that you're fighting against this obesity epidemic that's just running rampant in the United States. And it's also nice to come together with friends that you may have met on Facebook, and then now you're able to meet face to face and you're able to celebrate in one another's victories. Victories over your physical challenges, victories over your financial challenges, victories with regard to your growing team and reaching out and helping other people along the way. Now, the cornerstone of Beachbody, this is like one of the I think top selling products of Beachbody is Shakeology, hands down. Now, Shakeology is a superfood meal replacement supplement. I've been taking this since 2010, and it has been one of the components that have helped me not only just get in shape. This isn't just about getting a six-pack and whatnot, which is also a nice bonus, but it has helped me. Once again, let's talk about that difficult chapter that I just went through with the cancer. Shakeology as a meal replacement, I could easily talk to you about the fact that it's loaded with adaptogens and enzymes and pre and probiotics and vitamins and minerals and blah, blah, blah. I can talk about all that stuff until you're blue in the face. But here's the deal. Here are two major takeaways that, personal takeaways that I can share with you with regard to Shakeology. Once I found out that I was diagnosed with Shakeology around this time last year, one of my friends came to me and says, hey, Eric, I know Darren Oline. Darren is the actual creator of Shakeology. So let me reach out to him and see what he can do. Darren contacted me and said, hey, brother, I hear what's going on. Hey, let's work together and come up with an approach, a nutritional approach to help you prepare for the surgery and to also help you post-surgery to recover. And guess what? I followed his regimen, and not only did I recover, not only did I stay ahead of the curve when I recovered, I'm stronger now than I was prior to the surgery. How badass is that? You know, how badass is it that the creator of Shakeology, which is one of the #1 sellers of a $1 billion company that comprises of 250,000 coaches, this guy, on top of all of that, he came to me. You know, despite all the grandiose and how big it is and whatnot, we're still family. And when someone in the family is hurting, Beachbody responds. That's what love is all about, guys. So let's keep moving. All right, so proven results. We've talked about the fact that, you know, you've got this wonderful mix. You've got products that work. We talk about the nutrition plan. We talked about the supplements that they have. We talk about the emotional support that you get through Beachbody. And when that happens, wonderful things come together. I don't care where you are in your fitness journey now. Look at these photos. Look at these individuals. I don't know all these personally, I'll be honest with you, but some I do know. Look at these individuals, and do you see yourself in any of these photos? You know, you've got young, old, black, white, Hispanic, from all parts of the United States and Canada. They all, you know, what they all have in common are a few things. You know, they took a step, a bold step, and said, you know what, I'm going to start making changes for a better me. Another thing that they all have in common is that they had a support network. They had a coach who was in their corner saying, you know what, you got this, you can do this. Let's find a workout that's going to meet you where you are in your particular journey, and let's make it happen. And another thing that they have in common is that they took a chance on themselves and said, you know what, I'm going to keep going. I'm not going to quit. I'm surrounded by people who love and care and support me. I'm going to keep going. And then they found the results. That is the reason why I took the plunge. I said, man, if these guys can do it and they have all of these things going for them, why not me? Why can't I do that? And that's what I'm asking you right now. Do you see yourself in this photo? In any of these photos, you know, do you see yourself in that young lady who just had their second or third child? Do you see yourself as that person who's just coming off of surgery, who's very depressed right now and not really sure what their next step is? Do you see yourself as that older gentleman saying, man, you know, this is just how life is supposed to be, you know? Do you see yourself in any of those scenarios? Just paint that scenario, okay? There is a way out. All you need to do is just take those first couple steps to a greater version of yourself. Now, in my case, what's so awesome is that, you know, my transformation, that was just that first step. Because from there, I met a young lady named Rachel. And Rachel was in a very similar situation. She was a mother of two beautiful kids, but she wasn't feeling good about herself. She had low self-esteem. She was in a job that she didn't like. She had lots of bills, and she's, this is just not the life for me. Enter P90X. I was good friends with her husband. He told her about P90X. He told her about what I was doing. She found out about it and never looked back. And now look at her. She looks fabulous. Homegirl is running triathlons. You know, I mean, she's doing that now, doing things that she never thought she would be able to do. She quit her job. She was doing this full time. One of the things that she told me, she said, Eric, you know, I have dreams. I said, well, let's talk about your dreams. She says, Eric, you know, what I want to do is I want to quit my job so that I can homeschool my children and I want to travel. I'm like, that's a God-sized dream. Make it happen. Let's do it. And by the end of that year, that was in June, by the end of that year, she quit her job and she was in the best shape of her life. And she has been homeschooling her children ever since. That's what it's about. And also on top of that, she also shared her journey. So while she was working on herself, she was also sharing her journey and encouraging other people. As a result of that, she created her own team of 300 superstars who are doing the same thing, working on themselves and reaching out and helping other people. It's amazing being a part of something so positive, guys. So that's the end of our presentation. This is what I want you to think about between now and the second part of our presentation tomorrow. What can becoming a coach do for me? Think about some of the things that we talked about. I talked about the fact that I am financially free right now. Oh, sorry about that. Sorry about that. So we talked about me being financially free right now. We talked about my fitness transformation. We talked about some of the things that I had to deal with during my journey as a coach, such as cancer, and how coaching was put me in a position to overcome that difficult chapter in my life. So think about what's in it for you. Just dream big. Give me a God-sized dream. Tell me what you would like to achieve as a coach. Now, what I want you to do is I want you to think about who you can help. Okay, that's so important. This is the true power of your transformation, the true power of your transformation is going to be through your compassion, your ability to help other people. By you just listening to me now, that tells me a lot about your character, guys. That tells me that the person who invited you here thought enough of you to put your name on their short list. I challenge myself and my team to say, hey, I want you to identify people who are good people, people who have enough belief in themselves to take that first step, but enough compassion to reach out and help others along the way. Even if they don't have all the answers, you know, that's just a natural part of who they are. And because you're listening to me now, that means you were invited, and that means that someone believes in you, guys. So I want you to think about that. Think about more questions that you have. Tomorrow, when we follow up, what we're going to do is we're going to talk about some of the myths of coaching, some of the questions, the common questions that I get about the coaching opportunity. And then we're also going to talk about registration. We're going to open this up for the first 10 coaches. I can't have a training group of more than 10. We're going to have a coach basics training towards the end of this month. And when it's too big, then it compromises the level of effectiveness of the training. But we'll talk about that tomorrow. Much love and God bless each and every one of you. And let me go ahead and shut down now. Can't wait to answer your questions tomorrow. So make sure you're here tomorrow at 8:30. And I'll talk to you then, guys. God bless.